guys, Michael Sean Corby here, Global Creative Director for Living Proof. Thought I'd do a new haircut that I'm seeing a lot of trends about. It's sort of a shaggy look with a little bit of a 70s fringe. Everywhere I turn, everybody's talking about the 70s fringe. So now what I'm gonna do is for this cut, you could use your shears or your scissor, but for me, I'm gonna use a straight razor today. We call it edging in our style lab and our smart method. Simple rule of thumb, I have a guard on it right now, and I just feel like if you're not familiar with the razor, you should keep the guard on. If you decide to take the guard off, or for those of you mostly on my team who are quite familiar with no guard, just make sure that after you do something, you get in the habit of closing the razor. Okay, so you open it up. I like to hold it here. A lot of people have their own comfort zone with using it. Razors are pretty inexpensive, usually around 20 bucks, sometimes even less. So get one, check it out, play with it. I'm just gonna move her more forward here. So this is really all about looking at those openings right now, using the phone as my mirror. So, and not overdoing it, but really sort of cutting into those waves. So I'm just gonna take that opening as my cue. I'm gonna take into that wave, and I'm just gonna make short little bites there. I don't wanna create too many slides or right angles in that. It's sort of like chopping a carrot on a right angle. That end is gonna become sort of split and wispy, and that's why razor gets a lot of bad reputation. But rather, I'm just doing little light chops in there, and trust me, it's nice and sharp. And I'm cutting between the sections as well, so it's not just a definitive line. It's really gonna give me that softness in between the lines as well. Okay, now that I've opened up the face a little bit, now what I want to do is I want to start layering this, but again, it's more of a 70s vibe. And you know, when I style this out, I can push it in both directions pretty well. And again, we haven't even blown this out yet. This is all air dried. But now what I want to do is I just want to be able to take this shape now and blend it to the sides without completely killing it. So I'm gonna switch to a shear, and I'm just gonna texture in between the sections, which is gonna create a nice movement. Okay, so I'm gonna take that section in a straight downward section. And now if we want this to kind of shag out around her face a little bit, I'm gonna twist this toward the face, which is gonna be a twist, a little bit of a pinch, and then I'm gonna bring that in close to the face. And I'm gonna take my scissor, and I'm just going to hit in the waves. This is giving me texture, and it's removing a bit of that length. And then I'm actually going to remove a couple inches of length around the ends, because I want that to actually start framing around her face. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Twist it toward the face. So I'm gonna start with the palm down, twist it, giving it a pull, and then I'm pulling it down and forward until I can see that first wave, and that should really connect with the little bits that we've done for the fringe there. Getting that first wave in there, tapping it, and then do you remember how much length you took off? A few inches right there around the face. And now we've got to incorporate everything else, right? It's a little bit heavy, it's a little bit draggy here. So to connect everything else, again, this is very free form, freestyle. I don't want anything to be overly decisive in shape. I want to keep it versatile for her and mix it up a little bit. So I'm gonna bring each section forward as well, but I'm not going to go quite as short with each one. So in the first section, if I'm actually removing 3 inches of the length, I'm gonna remove a full inch less on the next section. Take a section and tap it off. Okay, so here we are. She's had some time to dry. I really like the way this is tailoring around her face. Again, from making those nice little chops using our edging razor technique, you can see it's really tailoring the face. But what I'd like to do now that I've seen the way her hair is drying, it's a little bit too long in some sections throughout the front. So for that, I'm gonna use my shear and a big comb. I'm just gonna comb that forward where I can see over that line. And I feel like this is just hair that, in order to have the new look that's really on trend with that 70s vibe, these pieces should be brought forward and then cut over the top of that. So I'm gonna bring this over. I think it's always nice to have a little something textured and a little something strong as well. So I'm just gonna take these and I'm gonna cut them almost like a chopping motion in an upward direction. So there you have it. A little bit of a shag, as you see, as I apply more. It could be anything from a oil spray. We also have a humidity shield, an instant defrizzer, anything like that that you can use to start tailoring in this cut. Is it a perfect precision cut? Absolutely not. Is it right on trend for what people are looking for right now? Absolutely, yes. Textured, fun, versatile, modern 70s shag that I think is perfect for just right now. Hope you enjoy. Look forward to seeing yours. Talk to you soon. Mark Sean Corby, MSC TV.